The nostalgia, the tradition, the magic, the memories, and the madness in 1,000 points of improvised dialogue. Theme Park Thursday with Dillos Diz, part of DillosDizResort.com. Now is the time.
Forever?
Miss Tomorrow.
Old.
A minute and a half.
Hashtag always MGM.
Step out to your right.
Old.
The
Drink.
secret staircase.
We always do that.
You are approaching the unloading area.
Behold the majesty of the Sistine Seal.
For the kids.
A salute to all theme parks, but mostly Walt Disney World.
What a cute ending.
Aloha and welcome aboard. This is Theme Park Thursday with Dillos Diz. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I'm Frank, and we are here 1 week into our big launch of DillosDizResort.com.
Yay.
In case you missed it, we dilloed it up last Thursday live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/DillosDiz, announcing live this new membership program.
Yes.
And we're here to elaborate a little bit about it, I think, because, people have been asking questions. Some people, we have guests staying at DillosDizResort.com
We do.
already, and we are grateful. And, we are going through the process here of what's going to be available at DillosDizResort.com. And one of the things we're going to launch, we have a monthly exclusive live stream at our $10 level. The tentative title is Theme Park Thursday, the Birnbaum Chronicles. If you saw our What's in the Attic series, Jen, in the box of goodness that came out of Papa and Mama Dillo's attic, had the classic Steve Birnbaum travel guides to Walt Disney World from 88 and 89 and 90. Yeah. So she's going to take the 1990 version. I have the 2020 version. And each episode, each live stream, we're going to talk about the ride then, the attraction then, the show then, whatever it may be. The ride now, the attraction now, the show now, whatever that may be, and everything that happened in between. So that is one of the first projects we'll be launching over at DillosDizResort.com. But the memberships start as low as $1. The $5 level has Ask Us Anything, which I think right now say monthly. Is that right?
They do. The Ask Us Anything and the behind the scenes might both say monthly, but I think we would probably just pop those out whenever. And I think we were talking about it and saying that Ask Us Anything can probably happen whenever, because there is like a message option within Dillos Diz Resort and a little a chats feature. So, if you have any questions, feel free to put them there if you're at that level. And that can kind of be an ongoing thing, whether we make it more official down the road, maybe. But for now, I think we'll probably start with that.
That's right. So that's happening there, the live streams, the behind the scenes content, which I'll get to in just a second. But today we have a very special guest.
Yes.
We have totally coaxed, bamboozled Mama Dillo onto this episode to discuss the 40th anniversary of me visiting Walt Disney World for the very first time.
Right, because you are very old and I was not around for that first trip. So we had to have someone else who knew what happened during that time.
The exact date of arrival was February 5th, 1981, 3-night stay at the Polynesian Village Resort. But we're tackling it this week. We have Mama Dillo here. But first, we should acknowledge, as this is Thursday, you are officially out of the birthday zone.
Ugh.
You're out. It's over. It's the 28th. You've made it. How does it feel to be another year older?
Well, considering we're recording this before my birthday, I'm not feeling good yet. So I can't predict how I'll feel on that day. It could be why my anxiety has been up a little bit the last few days. I don't know, the last week, the last month, whatever. Why I'm trying to big picture things, figure things out, vision board my year. I don't know if that has anything to do with my birthday. So probably not. It's fine.
You're wondering why DillosDizResort.com got launched this month. There's a little bit of insight right there. But technically, people listening to this podcast today, no, you are out of the birthday zone. So
Yep.
You're like in an in-between. However, speaking of behind the scenes content, I'm happy to announce the first behind the scenes content you're going to see, because it's this video. This video will be the first behind the scenes content you will see, because I'm about to play you a video
Oh my God.
that has some audio.
Oh no.
Some people have gathered together
Oh my God.
to send both audio and video messages. I asked for audio because I felt awkward about asking for video, but people sent me video anyway, so we have it all together here. But I'm going to play it for you here live, and then we'll come back and chat about it before we pass the baton on to Mama
Oh
Dillo.
my
Are you
God.
ready to hear the birthday wishes?
Uh-huh.
Stand by. Don't do that. I don't want to ruin the surprise. Share. Are you ready?
I am. Oh my
Here we go.
goodness.
Hey girl, hey, happy birthday! It's Genevieve Goings. I had to slide through and wish you a happy birthday. I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope it's magical, like a magical Monday, like a theme park Thursday. Like I'll see you someday soon, maybe here, maybe there, maybe on Disney Junior, where the magic begins. You're magical, baby. Happy birthday.
Jen, happy birthday from Brandy, Dave, and obviously DisNThat. But happy birthday to you.
Hey Jen, what's up? It's been great getting to know you over the last year. Your guys' podcast is simply amazing. Can't wait to see what you guys branch into in the future. And I hope you have an amazing birthday and enjoy it all week long.
Happy birthday to the best co-host podcasting partner ever. I'm so excited for you to celebrate with family. No friends because we're in a pandemic, but virtual friends. And I hope that you have the best day ever. Love you. Bye.
Jen, I hope you have an amazing birthday. I've got Cash here. I got Cash here, one of the twins, one of the 4 children.
Daddy.
He's interrupting my birthday.
Hey, Sam.
He's interrupting. Happy birthday, Jen. I hope you have a great day. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Jen. I hope you're having a fantastic celebration, and I wish I were there in person to celebrate with you and play you a special song. 2, 3. My neighbors love me now, and many more. I hope for your birthday that you get the right cake. And now it is time for you to what? Celebrate. Now, because I'm doing this video in selfie mode, is this reading normal or do you read it backwards? Because if you can't read celebrate, I want to wish you a very wonderful Etarb Elek, which is probably Hebrew for celebrate. Happy birthday. I love you. You're awesome. I can't wait to hang out more. Oh, and next time we talk, remind me to tell you my story about him. Just remind me. Okay, bye.
Hi, Jen. It's Jocelyn and
Mackenzie.
And guess what time of the year it is? Oh, yeah. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Happy.
Happy who?
Happy birthday, Jen! Yay! We just had to wish you a very happy birthday. Say hope you have a great day, and hopefully next time we'll be celebrating in Disney World again together. So, okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.
What's up, Jen? Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. I hope everybody, including Frank, gets you some amazing Disney gifts, and maybe one day we'll be able to see you in Disney ourselves. Have a great day.
Oh, hey, sweetheart, do you know what today is?
I don't. What is today?
Well, it happens to be my unbirthday.
You don't say.
You know what?
What?
It's also your unbirthday.
Yay! Let's celebrate unbirthday.
Yeah, I even think it's Frank from Dillos Diz. I think it's his unbirthday as well.
That's what I've heard.
It's one giant celebration.
Wow.
Yeah.
But what does that mean about Jen?
You know what? I think Jen from Dillos Diz. I don't think it's not her unbirthday.
No, it's not.
No, she doesn't get to celebrate like the rest of us.
No.
That's too
bad. Well,
bad.
not an unbirthday, but she sure can celebrate something else.
She can. You know what? We should celebrate for Jen, and we should celebrate Jen.
Absolutely.
As if it was her unbirthday. You know, unfortunately, it's not her unbirthday. But you know what? Jen is such a great part of this Disney community. She's been so good to us.
Yeah.
You know what? We should celebrate her today like as if it was her unbirthday.
That's right, Jen. Happy almost unbirthday.
Yes. So congratulations, Jen. You're the best. We appreciate you so much. You've treated us so well for so much time. And we want you to celebrate as if this day were your unbirthday. So a very merry unbirthday to you.
Woo!
Dearest Jen, Dibbles, Cardillo Snyder, this is Jacqueline from PixieDustPhD wishing you the most magical, happiest birthday of all time. I'm sure your kids are going to do something super cute, and I hope you are able to enjoy your day even if it makes you cringe. I know you don't love your birthday and you hate the attention, but you absolutely deserve all the adoration you get today and every day. You are such a genuinely kind and thoughtful person, and I feel lucky to have met you and connected with you over the past year. Happy birthday!
Jen, happy birthday! We are doing your birthday Disney style. So, you know what we have to do? We have to go to Jelly Rolls. That's what we're doing. We're going to Jelly Rolls for Jen's birthday. And I'm going to put on my fedora to represent Fatty Patterson and his Fedora 44. We're going to sing along to a birthday song for Jen.
What?
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling alright. Happy birthday!
Well, there it is.
What?
A lot of people want to say happy birthday.
That's a little crazy. My face hurts from smiling. I didn't stop smiling the whole time. Smiling's my favorite. Well, thank you, everyone. That's insane. And I can't believe how many people you got for that. Everyone is so kind to take the time to do that. What? And but I really appreciate everyone's kind words and taking the time to do that for me. What? Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. You know, I can't handle things that are done for me. I don't know what to do, but oh my God, that was crazy. Oh my God. That's crazy. I don't even have words. It's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts. I don't even know what to say.
All right. On that note, we're gonna pass it on to Mama Dillo. Jen will gather herself, kind of process what just happened here.
What?
And we'll reconvene and talk about my first trip to Walt Disney World on February 5th, 1981. Back in the 1980s, we're going to go all the way back.
Throwback Thursday.
So much gratitude goes out to Genevieve Goings, the entire DisNThat crew, Angela Dahlgren, Heather Delmotte, Jocelyn and Mackenzie, the Hyperion Adventures podcast, PixieDustPhD, Jelly Rolls, Scotty Kilwein, and Ali Flores. Stay tuned.
45 minutes later.
45 minutes later, and here we are. We've made it through all
It didn't take long.
Yeah, no. It's happening, though.
It's happening now. Mama Dillo is here.
Welcome, Mama Dillo.
Oh, hello.
Hello. It's so nice to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love being on here with you guys.
Well, we know the favorite, your most favorite thing is to go down memory lane and recall all your memories, all the memories that are in your vault, right?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Just love it.
But you sit here and you will still argue with me that we first saw Star Wars in the Great Neck Movie Theater and not the Glen Oaks Movie Theater in 1977.
That's right.
She is incorrect.
I thought you were in Farmingdale. Weren't you in Levittown or Farmingdale?
No. That was when he was in kindergarten.
Yeah, that was The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
Frank, did we not go with?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so it was Great Nick,
AKA Aunt Dillo.
Dillo.
Oh, sorry,
Auntie Dillo.
Auntie Dillo. Auntie Dillo is right.
Yes, Auntie Dillo.
Auntie
was
Dillo,
there.
and she was there, so it was Great Nick.
No, we were in the parking lot behind what is now a drugstore on Union Turnpike. That movie theater. It was the parking lot in the back.
But that might have been maybe the second time we went to see it.
Listen, so this is the thing. So Mama Dillo has the memories, so she can't play like she doesn't have the memories here.
He just set you up.
This is the week 40 years ago that we went to Walt Disney World the first time. So I'm sure you're going to fill in lots of blanks for me, and I will give you my vague memories and recollections here. But when was it decided that we were going to go? Jen, of course, not around.
Not around because I am so young, so I wasn't even thought of at this point. Well, maybe I was being thought of, but
when was it decided and how was it decided that everyone was going to Walt Disney World?
Well, I think that Grandma moved.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about your people are going to want your accent.
They
Don't
want
try
the
to
Long
correct
Island.
it.
Oh, they
Just
want that.
be
Okay.
you.
Okay. They moved to Florida in 1977, and
the same summer that we saw Star Wars in Orlando
Exactly.
movie theater.
And so they went to Disney, I guess, with other people, friends they met, and they just loved it. I mean, they were younger than we are now, but they went on all the rides and they had a great time. So I guess she was telling us about it, and Dad decided, we should go.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanted to wait until you were a little older because, thinking you wouldn't enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Little did we know that you probably would have, because you enjoyed Star Wars at 2.5, 3 years old. And I don't know why you weren't afraid of it or anything. So anyway, that's probably how we decided to go. Had a trip, because they met us at Disney. We stayed at the Polynesian and they stayed at like a $16 a night hotel.
$16.
Probably, right? I'm thinking, how much could Howard Johnson's been then?
Yeah.
Were they out on 192?
Yes. Yeah.
So here's my curious, without Papa Dillo getting too mad at you here, what was the level of Papa Dillo's interest in going to Walt Disney World?
Geez, Frank, to tell you the truth, I would think it was okay. It wasn't like crazy, because it wasn't until he got there, I think, that how he fell in love with it was seeing it up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he wanted to go back.
Right.
But then we waited, because that's when our cruises was starting too, that he wanted to do that. Because that's when he
still
he would
the
go in
same
the
battle
summer.
remains: Disney or a cruise. Which
Cruise,
vacation will you take?
right?
Yeah.
But which was nice, we went in the wintertime all the time.
Mhm.
We never ever went in the summer when you guys were little.
Right.
We always went in the winter and could see everything, and it was nice. It was really nice because it was quiet and the good old days. But yeah, you could get on everything.
I have a few follow-ups, if I may.
Yes.
Just a side note, which isn't about this trip particularly, but you have said before that a lot of our trips that we took were only like 3 nights, where in our heads it's like a week.
I know.
So is it just that our timing as kids is off because everything around Long Island took like 3 hours to get to? So it's kind of like that. Or did we really only go 3 nights for our vacations?
Yeah, like it wasn't a vacation. We didn't
More of a
like go
trip.
on vacation. We went 4-day weekends.
Right.
Yeah.
Like even when we stay at the beach club and stuff later on?
No. Later on is when we stayed longer.
Okay.
I think it was in the summer. The summer trips were
Yes, the summer and yes, then we wanted to stay that whole week so we could swim and enjoy the beach club more.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. My other follow-up was one, you two are very young at this point, much younger than Frank and I are currently.
Yes, we were babies.
29? 28?
Yeah,
20.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lordy, that's like
Yeah.
insane. And you had both been to the
I was
World
27.
We're
excuse me.
27.
I was 22 when I had Frankie, so 5 years, right? Isn't that 27? Yes,
Well, no,
that
I was
is
6.
correct.
I was 6. So yeah, 28. You're going to be
Oh.
29 right around.
Oh, I thought that you were. See
First
that?
grade. Yeah.
First grade. See, he remembers.
Right, because this is 81, did you say?
Yeah.
the
So
beginning
then
of
you
81.
went.
So I
when
was
you were
born the
2.
next year. So
And why we didn't go for years.
well,
That's
you're
right.
welcome. And it got better over time. So
2 years.
you
were
didn't
2.
go every year until I came along. So
That's true.
That's right.
But it was 2. You were 2 when we first, and we
Right.
didn't really want to because we were like, oh, but
What does
it
that
was
mean?
great
The second
meeting that
child.
you were so little, and we didn't think you would enjoy it, but you did.
Obviously. And also you had both been to the World's Fair. Did that help with your
Yes.
idea of going to Disney?
I don't know if that what I think it was when we got there and said, oh, Carousel of Progress. Oh, remember this? That
right
kind of thing. But I don't know if we said, oh, we have to go because of that. No.
Right.
It wasn't anything to do with that. Not that I can remember.
Right.
The decision to stay at the Polynesian over the Contemporary or even off-site, do you remember what went into that decision-making process? Was there something appealing about the Polynesian that made you want to stay there?
I really never liked the way the
Contemporary.
that place. I never liked the way it looked. So maybe that's what it was. But I don't, like I said, I don't even know if we had pictures of Disney World to see what hotels look like what, or what, unless Grandma might have said something. Maybe I just asked what ones are on, right there. We wanted to stay right there. We didn't want to, and I don't even know if we had a car. I guess we did, and maybe she said there's the Polynesian or the Contemporary, and maybe because it was no way to look it up or that kind of thing. So that's what we did. And I mean, that, of course, to tell you the truth, I think we never, ever, ever, ever stayed at the Contemporary except once, and that was without you guys.
What?
When was
When
that?
was that?
Secrets revealed.
What?
Yes, it was probably, maybe we went there a night before the cruise once. We might have went out of, down in
Miami or Port Canaveral.
No, Port Canaveral, and we might have stayed. And I didn't like it then either. They had just redone the rooms. It had to be.
So when I was working there, maybe. Maybe that's when I was working.
No.
It was way back.
It was You were old. You were on your own. So
okay.
But I don't know if it was the 90s or maybe late 80s or something like that. But
we definitely weren't on our own in the 80s.
I've only been on my own the past 3 years.
Wait a minute. Weren't you on your own in the 80s? How old am I? Oh, all right. To me, it was the 90s.
All right.
How come your love and Papa Dillo's love of the Polynesian never led to any kind of trip to the Hawaiian Islands?
Because I don't like to fly and it's too far away.
You like to fly back in the day.
Back in the day. Now
You
I'm
didn't-
old. Oh.
No, but you didn't let's say pre 9/11. You didn't mind flying.
No, I didn't. No,
Yeah.
I think that was your father. I'll blame him.
Yeah.
Too
Well, we
far away
blame-
for him to go. No, it was. I was never interested in going to Hawaii. So
You guys have never been to the West Coast, right? Except for Arizona, if you count
exactly.
that.
And I
Right.
didn't even go with him.
I mean, the fact that you've never been to Vegas still blows my mind. So, I mean, that's a whole other thing. But
You guys went to Idaho, the two of you.
zero, we did.
That's what I'm saying.
We
we
road
went to
trip through
Arizona.
Idaho. Yeah.
And we went
to and you and Papa Dillo went to Arizona, but then me and Mama Dillo went to Arizona as well.
Oh, really? Is that true?
Yeah,
But we
during
never went
during my
together.
airline days, right? But
Something wrong with that picture.
yeah.
Right? But yeah. Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, but never been to Europe, even though an Italy trip is being discussed. We're going to need everyone with body cameras on that flight, just so you know. And but never over an ocean, basically, is what we're saying.
No. We're thinking of taking the QE2 over to England.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Fancy.
We're learning a lot of this.
I know. This
podcast
is so
episode.
much.
Well, we've discussed that because.
Right. Because you should. I mean,
we should.
Why not?
I would like to take it there and then back.
Right. Yeah, because you're not going to get on the plane then and fly over all that water.
Exactly. I'd rather take a rowboat.
So going to the Magic Kingdom for the first time.
Yes.
What do you recall about the impressions that were made on you and Papa Dillo? Because we know we'll never get Papa Dillo in this long form conversation.
I don't know. What's the difference? I don't know. I liked it. What?
Well, it was
You know what I liked? That Frontierland train station. That changed.
Cutbacks.
No, I really, it was nice. It
was good. That was good. You know what? That was good.
Splash Mountain was good. Don't get me wrong. Splash Mountain was good, but
well, those horses. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think just walking in there, I mean, just seeing your face walking in, and it was like just so beautiful. You know, really, that's how, you know, you walked in and you went, wow. And you were talking about something last week about the trees in front of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
I love the trees in front of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. I don't know why you think that it's better without them.
I'm not saying necessarily. Did I say one was better? I said it was fine.
No,
I mean, I'm not
you
one
said it
better
was
than
fine.
the other.
Yeah, you did say it was fine. But
Long Island Frank was talking about that it being all open now and having a view that is not impeded by anything is better than naked.
Yeah.
It's a naked castle.
It's a naked castle. I just thought the trees kind of, because, you know, it's the castle and there's usually a forest. And so that's how, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Had you guys watch like on the TV, on the television sets, the big hunk of television
on your
set?
3 channels?
Yeah. Did you watch like when Disneyland opened and all of that was going on? Like, were you like, did you watch it? Do you remember all of that? Did it affect your brains at all?
I've been watching the Mickey Mouse Club since I'm a little girl, and I watched Sunday night, The Wonderful World of Disney, always. So there was all of, you know, really then when you go to Disney World, you feel like you know it because you've watched them building it, you've watched them, you know, that kind of stuff. So yes, you feel like you know everything from just watching the TV. Yes. But I always watched Disney, anything that was on. On Sunday nights, I mean, that's all. You didn't have specials and all that kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we went beginning of February 81, right in there. And in the previous November of 80, the park tickets had just gone up to like $8.
Oh man.
But they changed how they did it. It used to be like you have the A ticket and the B ticket, like it was different letter tickets, but they had just changed it to like an adventure ticket, like an 8 adventure ticket book, which included use of Walt Disney World transportation for 1 day, Magic Kingdom admission, and any 8 attractions in the park. And that went from anywhere between $9 and $9.50. So you could only go on 8 attractions in a day at the Magic Kingdom, because this is all we're dealing with, not dealing with Epcot, not dealing with the studios, nothing in 1981.
It was nothing.
So do you recall that we just had to go on 8 rides between probably 9 a.m. and 6 p.m.?
No, I don't remember that. No, I don't remember that. I remember we went on Space Mountain because I have your finger nails in my hand.
That's because you bamboozled me into going on Space Mountain.
Oh, I thought you wanted to. Not me, your grandmother.
Oh.
Wow.
Well.
Yeah. Well,
that makes sense.
That's true. You had to go. No, never mind. I'm not gonna say. But yes, I didn't want to go. I hate roller coasting rides and stuff.
I'm sure Grandma wanted me to go on because I was such a big Star Wars fan. So a journey through space seemed logical.
Oh, I'm sure that's what she thought.
The secrets will be revealed.
Secrets. No, I don't remember.
No.
She said she had gone on the ride. Oh, you're going to love this. I didn't even know my mother liked rides like that. So it was like shocking.
You didn't know she liked fast rides. Okay.
No, I didn't know. Well, now I know she liked fast rides, but then I didn't know she liked fast rides.
It's a whole other podcast.
She was a little fast. Oh, you're gonna have a dream next week, mister.
I'm in so much trouble. Yes, that's true. For anyone listening, I think I've said it on here before that I do receive visitations from grandma.
Yes.
Grandma.
Around my birthday.
We need to talk about that with Theme Park Rob.
And Space Mountain was completely in the dark back then. There wasn't any, it was
Dark.
complete dark.
Isn't it still? I don't open my eyes.
No, it's lit up. Well, the last time I went, it was lit up a little bit. But
Well,
no, this was,
It's definitely lit up now.
yeah. Oof.
When was the last time you were on Space Mountain, Mom?
Not that long now. Maybe 10 years, maybe. I know. We went on again, and I said, "I'm not." Oh, your father. We were again. I think we were alone.
There's a lot of side trips happening here.
No side trips, but just we probably went for a vacation there. And he likes to go. It's hot as hot as hell. And we're walking around, and he's, "Come on, I want to go on Space Mountain." I said, "Why? Come on, come with me." I hate it. I hate Space Mountain. So we went on Space Mountain. So yeah, it was with him. That was the
And then
last
he
time.
comes off feeling sick, and he shouldn't.
And then he gets sick, and then the rock and roll, not the rock and roller coaster, the Thunder Mountain, that gives us neck problems, and then we're all
Well,
Didn't
and
do
for
any.
those who don't know, Papa Dillo considers the warning signs outside of rides as a checklist. So he goes through and he goes, "What? I got everything except being pregnant. I can go on this." That's why they put those signs up. So
That's right. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he wants to do all that.
Yeah,
but back when we first went, I guess it was what's the ride with the plane?
If You Had Wings, presented
Yes.
by Eastern Airlines.
Eastern.
Yeah.
Okay. That one we loved. Yeah, we really enjoyed that. And and then you went on the cars, and you went, and even the teacups. I don't know I guess you went, and because I went on it, and
Carousel of Progress. There's a picture of me in front of the Carousel of Progress, but
Yes.
did we go on the actual attraction, and did it like jog the brain of like yeah.
exactly. No, as soon as we saw the name,
Yeah.
we knew what it was, and the music starts. That's that's what I'm saying. You go in there and you say, "God, I can't believe they brought this here." Then you think, like, I don't even know. Did Walt Disney make that for the World's Fair? Do you know? He did.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was working and presenting these. He's working with 4 different companies during the World's Fair, and that's what the GE portion of the World's Fair was.
And I'm sure by then he knew he wanted to build this Disney World, and knew that he could bring all these things in because it was great.
What are your thoughts on this? I think it's still technically a
And
rumor
presidents.
and not actually official, is that Tom Hanks is going to be the new narrator of Carousel of Progress.
You mean he's going to be the guy sitting
Yeah, he's going to be the father. Yeah.
there? Well, because he's every man, isn't he?
That's right.
I guess
the everyman.
I guess he was, from Polar Express. They knew that he could be that person.
At the time in the mid-90s, when Tom Hanks displaced Kevin Costner as the everyman movie star, were you okay with that? Was it a smooth transition? How did that go for you?
No, it was not a smooth transition.
She just skipped over Tom Hanks.
I did the mistake because I went to Ewan McGregor.
I know.
Wasn't that the way
Right,
it was?
yes.
It was Kevin Costner, then Ewan.
Well, there's a Backstreet Boys time in there, in between.
But I wasn't crazy about
I mean, you listen to their music in the car all the time.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do whenever.
But it was you. Yeah, you definitely went Kevin to Ewan.
To Ewan, and then
right. Like I think you appreciated Tom Hanks because you love all the movies.
Oh no, yeah. No,
yeah,
I love
but that's how I feel about it.
But Tom Hanks wasn't that movie star kind of.
Not like Ewan.
Not like Ewan, and not like
Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
No. Well, even George Clooney. I mean, he's not like that. Yeah.
Right.
But
well, if you had wings, we talk about if you had wings because we love the only reason why I still go on Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin with the guns and everything is because it's the same track. It's like I'm just on the track. That's the only reason why I go. Yeah.
I know. I heard you say that last week, and I said, "Yep, he's right. You're going through the same ride."
And again, it's curious because you haven't flown all over the world. You've only cruised to this portion of the world, straight up and down in the middle.
That's it
on the East Coast.
That's it.
Yeah, you want to go on the Panama Canal, though, right? On one of those cruises?
Maybe.
Is it on the list? Oh, not.
I'd like to see Alaska because I like all that kind of stuff. But
I do one of those cruises.
But I don't think we have. Your father, please. Let's talk about your father. Your father.
And I have the stack of photos here from that trip, and one and because it's news this week.
Yes.
There's a lot of pictures in here of the Jungle Cruise.
Oh, we love that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
And what do you think? Because I know that there was a time from probably when I was a senior in high school until about 3 years ago where I did not go on this ride. What do you think changed? Because we definitely loved it then, and I feel like it was very part of Disney.
I think it's the entertainers on there.
Taking shots at the skipper.
Just like the movie ride.
Mm-hmm.
We loved it in the beginning. So I think that's what happened I do believe that's what happened. You go around and say, and he just was not, entertaining enough.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, and I think in the last few years, I think they've upped their game again to try to bring traffic back to Jungle Cruise. Because I think they're all over the internet now too. So they're basically just doing dad jokes the whole time. They take you through and stuff like that. So I feel like they're probably a little bit more on the ball than they had been for a while.
Well, that's good. Well, I guess they can do that. I mean, look at the commercials they have now with all about the old people, the old guy teaching, don't look at that guy with the blue hair.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite commercials.
Yeah, I know. But that's us.
Yeah.
Right. No, and I think that's a good. I didn't really think of that at the time, but you get a couple of bad skipper appearances, and that's it. And it was true. We always were up and down on movie ride because the guides maybe weren't as good more often than not. So that
we're so judgy.
That. We're so judgy.
But
there's
I mean, we go to a Broadway show, and you'd say, "Yeah, he didn't have it tonight." That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I do want to talk about, there's a lot of pictures in Liberty Square and in Frontierland because I was big. I want to talk about my time loving cowboys. I feel like this is a part that I do not recall. There's a lot of pictures of me in cowboy hats and with 6-shooters and at rodeos.
And red hair.
Well,
where did this stem from? Because I feel like it's a lost thing in my brain for sure.
We went to visit Grandma again, but you were 3. It was when they first moved.
Yeah.
So it was just you and I. I think we were down there for a week alone, and then Dad came down for a week with us.
Mm-hmm.
But the week we were alone, Grandma took us to this cow place. Yes, it was like over, I can't think of the name of that road, but it's very famous where the Wiki Watchy girls used to swim. And the Wiki Watchies, they used to have swimming shows and they would be underwater swimming the whole time. But there's this famous road in Florida, in Ocala. And this I want to call it Freedom Land, but that's not it.
It's Silver Springs Boulevard.
Well, it's Silver Springs. It's in Silver Springs, but I don't know if it's Silver Springs Boulevard. But yeah, it could be. But that didn't hit me. But the Silver Springs did. But it. So there was this whole Western town with actors.
Right. Yeah. Who knew? Who knew I was into acting back then?
And that was 3 years old, Frankie. But you loved that they talked to you. The cowboys would come up to you. You had your little hat. You had your guns, and they would talk to you. And the hi partner, all that. And we'd walk on this dirt. I mean, it looked like Mr. Dillon. It was
like a movie set out of Gunsmoke.
A movie set,
Yeah.
Exactly. It was a movie set, and you loved it. You loved it. They'd have gunfights, and they'd fall off the second floor into a carriage with hay, and you just enjoyed it very much. And that's when when we're in the airport and they took your guns away.
Oh, that's right. And what did we have to do? Mail them home, or I never got them?
Nope, they put them in a box and put them in the bottom of the plane. I think they were like this big. They weren't even the size of a real gun.
Sure.
They were,
Well,
I was cracking up.
Back then, who knew? But can't do those things now.
1977, they did that.
6-gun territory.
Ooh, might have been
East Silver Springs Boulevard.
Oh, Frankie, very good. Silver Springs Boulevard.
It seems like this was the place. I'm Googling.
Good. 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be down a rabbit hole later watching old
You'll be
8mm movies
to see if you're there.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like. Yeah.
Do you guys have that picture of him with the cowboy hat on?
I think that's it's in the dining room.
No, it's not.
Oh, in one of those collages.
Maybe it's in that.
Is it in your room in one of the collages?
No.
No, it's a
And
framed
I've been
picture.
looking for. I know that Grandma had one. And I thought I took that one, but yeah.
I feel like I've seen it in a box recently. It might be in the attic.
It's
What's in the attic?
But you did. You loved that place. But again, that's what it was. And you were 3. Going on 4 because it was the summer.
It's so interesting because it's something I say all the time is like, I feel like I haven't seen so many Western movies in my life. And I'm like, I have to sit down and watch a bunch of old Western movies because I feel like I never did. But knowing that I was into the Western scene, as it were, back then. But interesting with the interactive performer element.
Interactive. They always got you. And that's, even before that, when Epcot started, you used to sit in England and just watch it when they would do the Shakespeare and all that. Yep. And that was, you were pretty young then. How old were you in Epcot?
Yeah, no, it's probably the first couple times that Jen went there in the mid-'80s. They were doing that.
In Italy, they did it.
shows.
And yep. You just loved it. So
But here's a thing that's always been in my brain, but I don't think it's a real thing, but I've never said it out loud because people think I'm crazy. Did we drive to the construction site where Epcot is? Do you remember that? Is that something in my brain that I dreamt a long time ago?
no, we probably did. Dad drove around. Well,
Well, I know he was always trying to break rules. So I wondered if we actually drove to the foot of the Epcot construction site back then.
I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't.
That might be a Dillo question.
It is.
Yeah.
He would know. But
Yeah, we went over there. What?
What? What's the problem?
They had tape up. We went around it. What?
We
It would have told me to turn around.
Well, now I'll just pretend like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm from New York. What do I know? I didn't know I couldn't come over here.
What?
The other attraction, because I don't think we did Pirates back then. We didn't do Haunted Mansion back then. I don't think that first time.
No,
There's pictures of Thunder Mountain, so I'm assuming you guys did that. There's a lot of pictures on Tom Sawyer's Island.
Yes.
Tom Sawyer's Island.
Well, we're talking to Mom. It's going to come out.
Tom Sawyer's Island. And
we did the presidents, didn't we?
we did the Hall of Presidents. There's a picture of at the Hall of Presidents. Here's Mom in front of holding up the picture here of Mom in front of there. She is wearing my cowboy hat. and pretty much the same long sleeve baseball tee she's wearing now that I bought her for Christmas.
That's true. Same shirt.
Pretty much.
Still fits.
But the other ride I wanted to talk about was Snow White's Scary Adventures. Because the picture of the witch terrified me. Did we go on that ride?
Yes, we did.
We did. So that ruined me. On that
I
ride.
don't understand. That's true. Because, I mean, really, you're not afraid of Star Wars and you're not afraid of cowboys shooting at you, but you're afraid of the witch.
It was terrifying.
Terrifying, yeah.
Terrifying.
Here you are going into the tunnel.
Look at you.
Oh, that's me?
That's you. Yeah. What do you think I'm going at?
What do you think it is?
No, I thought it was Frankie.
Oh.
And I'm like, you look kind of old for 5 years old.
It's you.
Oh, well, we guess kind of resemble each other.
No, I don't think I went on Snow White's Scary Adventures until I was an adult.
No, not after that. We never went on again.
Yeah, you didn't go on. I don't know when you went on the first time, Jen.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, you probably were an adult.
Blocked it.
He probably told you you're not going on that because you'll get scared.
True. As he body slammed me. So there were only 8 attractions open, did you say?
No, it's 8. The ticket per day, you only could go on 8 attractions.
I see.
So you're basically like going on 1 an hour.
That's weird.
And there
Imagine
were
if they did that now.
And there were no lines, but there were no lines. So it's not like you had to wait online.
Yeah.
So it was just walking around. And the only place we ate at was Pinocchio's.
That's right.
And we probably ate there every day because it was the best cheeseburgers in the world.
Mm-hmm. And once you find a good cheeseburger in Disney, that's where you go for the rest.
And that's where they were. And our dad said we did eat in Polynesian in the arcade was a restaurant.
Oh, yeah, the Tangaroa Terrace.
Uh-huh.
And because that whole side, see, this was another memory that was going to jog. I'm glad he said that. That whole side towards the Transportation and Ticket Center wasn't built yet. The restaurant had a clear shot of the electrical water pageant.
That's right. It was all open, and you used to just run up and down those slopes there.
We'll show you the YouTube video of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that whole area was empty. Because when I stayed at the Poly for the almost 5-year-old's first birthday, it was actually across the hall from the original room, which is hilarious.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
We were in 1942, but our original room is 1936. And yeah, if you stand over there and just see, it's just buildings now, all that way.
All that way, yeah.
But that extension was from mid-'80s.
It was crazy. No. But I didn't remember the restaurant there until he said it. And I went, oh, yeah. He said, we ate there a lot. I said, okay.
Because we never did the luau. Is that right? I feel like
I just asked him that. I said, did we do? He said, I think we did the luau once, but not the first time. I said, oh. I said, because I thought maybe it was the first time, and that's why I can't remember it.
I feel like there are pictures in the brown photo album, maybe. That indicate that we may have seen it, but
were you at the luau? Do you remember?
I don't remember that, but I think in that album, I think I was then. I don't think there are pictures of like us at it, but there are pictures of like some of the dancers. So we could have just walked by and taken a picture. I don't know, but you know, we may have been there in the early days.
I mean, I don't know why we didn't do that either.
Yeah.
But I know that when you were we didn't go to restaurant, big restaurants type of thing. They didn't have many anyway. That's why they had all the hamburger joints. That's what kids ate: French fries and burgers and hot dogs and grilled cheese.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Did we go to the Disney Village Marketplace, as it were, in the early days? Because they had the riverboat there, so I didn't know if that was also a potential meal. Because I was also trying to think of like where would we have eaten during that time. But the Empress Lily was over there with the marketplace before it became Fulton's Crab House, before it became Paddlefish.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I want to say we might have with Grandma. But
Doggy Dillo snoring up a snorer.
Oh, God.
Over here. You're blocking it.
I don't even hear it anymore. I didn't sleep all day.
Oh my goodness. That's how you know the conversation's winding down.
Yeah.
Really. We could just leave that on. I think everyone would love to hear the dogs.
Yeah. Could be an Easter egg. So
Yeah.
you did. So you don't know if you went shopping.
No, I don't know if I went shopping there then.
Yeah.
You know, and if Grandma was with us, it could have been, later on when, she was older, when we were older, because I can't remember, like that Christmas time when I brought her down, that kind of thing.
What did, just as a side tangent, what do you think drew Grandma to Epcot? Because she used to go there with her friends all the time, right?
Yeah. There was bus trips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So the bus trips, so they would go, they would eat at not the
Land
beach club. No. they would come and have lunch lunch at not the beach club, the yacht club.
Mm-hmm.
They would eat in that restaurant, which they loved. And then they would go to Epcot and they loved it. So because now they were in their 70s, I guess, early 70s. And I guess the Magic Kingdom was just, too much for them.
Yeah.
Nothing for that, so I guess they would go and walk around there for a while and then go back on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the bus was about an hour and a half away from them. So
yeah.
For them, yeah.
Grandma didn't try to get any of them to go on test track or anything like that?
No. She wasn't into the rides then.
The fast
She
ride.
was over it.
The fast track. She was over it. She wouldn't even move to the villages,
Wow.
She should have moved there.
I mean.
Uh-huh.
So and then the Polynesian room with its green. I mean, it was a no-brainer to go back and stay there again?
No brainer. We loved it.
Those rooms are huge.
That was the 70s.
Yeah, this
and really probably
redesign.
2010. I don't know.
That's right.
They get rid of those comforters.
No. And when the last time we were there, we loved what they did with, the room was beautiful then too. And, we enjoyed it. And I loved the new pool. It's not the new pool, not the new one, the quiet pool.
Obviously, the quiet pool.
Big one.
Yeah, we only like the quiet pools.
Yeah.
Our preference is the quiet pools always.
Right.
Quiet pool. And because they have good food at it, you can just go and eat. And get drinks, and it's wonderful. You could just stay there all day long and enjoy. Yep.
So coming up on a year that you've been when you walked around Galaxy's Edge at the studios.
Yes.
How challenging is it going to be to get Papa Dillo to go back to Walt Disney World theme park?
Yeah, maybe on scooters, but by the time you can get around and walk around, I don't know. Right now, it's terrible, but we're not really looking forward to going back right now. But I would like to see Star Wars again and whatever other new those things that are flying in the air. I'm not crazy about
the Skyliners. Me neither.
No, I'm not. I was telling Frankie the other night on the phone that when Justin was showing Ratatouille,
and
I saw the Skyliner go across, I went, what is that thing? What is that doing in France?
He said on the Monday Morning Monorail podcast this week, he loves it. He loves to see this guy. I was like, you don't see that in France. Tell me where in France can I go see cable cars go by?
No.
Get out of here.
That's what I said, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, they like them, and I guess that's what the whole thing is about. I guess other people, we just like
everything from before 1992.
Exactly.
Right.
You're not going to have many friends if you keep thinking.
What?
You got to change with the times.
Do we?
Never.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like before the pandemic hit, it was probably like weeks before everything shut down. You guys were like, look up dates in May. Let me see. And that was after he had said, I'm not going back. Forget it. I'm not going back for like a year.
No, he enjoyed.
And then there's like, look up dates in May. And then that was it.
It's the fact that he knows nothing about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But he enjoyed walking around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He
gonna be
did.
a lot. That's gonna be a question a lot of people who listen to this podcast are gonna have. Why? What is it that you love Star Wars so much, but your dad he doesn't like Star Wars? That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
know anything.
He was never. No.
And now
Sometimes
the 6-year-old
I'll
is
say,
like,
you
Grandpa, look at all these Star Wars characters. I was like, who's that?
Who's that?
Repeating history.
Yeah.
God. Oh God.
He's like, let me just buy this Dagobah set at the Toys R Us in Massapequa.
Is there a Lego Star Wars? I'll get it for him.
All right. Well, this was
All
a
right.
nice trip down memory lane. Is there anything else that you were thinking of that you talked with Papa Dillo about that I may be missing, that we left out?
Memory that stands out for you.
I dropped a hat off the front of the castle. I was wearing a hat and I dropped it.
You dropped it.
Back where you could walk to the front of the castle and overlook Main Street. And
That's right.
I had my
that's
hat
right.
and I dropped it and it was saved.
Was it a fedora?
No, it was. I think it was a Donald Duck hat or something.
Yeah, the Donald
I had-
Duck hat. Grandma
Apparently
was
I had a
wearing
lot of
that.
hats.
Didn't Grandma was wearing that? Oh, it was the goofy one. I don't know. Well,
I had a
you
lot
did
of
have a
hats
lot
on
of
that
hats.
trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, wonder how that carried over.
I don't know. and they didn't have like toys really. Then it was hats and shirts and guns.
Did you cry when seeing Frankie look at the castle for the first time?
No.
Did you cry? Oh. This is where we get it, everybody. This is why,
I'll tell you when I cried.
Okay, tell me.
I cried when I first went after I had breast cancer.
Uh-huh.
And I remember not like, but when we were all like going to things, and I remember sitting there and watching something or whatever, and tears would just come because, I didn't think, I guess, that I get to see all of this again, and knowing how much it meant to all of us all the time to go. So, yeah, stuff like that. But when
Frankie in the castle? No.
No, but I said when we first walked in there, yes. But I don't remember. I was young, I wasn't like, oh,
Mm-hmm. No, it's explaining a lot. Mm-hmm.
I think that if it was different, if it was like now, and you guys were watching, like for your kids, and you're all so into the Disney whatever all the time, and the princess. So when they see it, then that's when you get teary, because you know how much they, probably if the stormtroopers would have come down the street, at Frankie at 5, that might have gotten me, because I know how much he was into that.
Yeah.
And it was, or Mr. Rogers, one of
Mr. Rogers.
Well, yeah.
Even
Yeah.
Sesame Street, probably. Yeah, I mean, I think I was more Muppet based Star Wars and Muppets than, because the Disney, maybe there were cartoons on, maybe, but it wasn't as present from that mid to late 70s.
No.
Definitely is now, or even when you were a kid, Jen, with the
Yeah.
Disney Afternoon, or even when Mom was a kid with the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah.
We
So
had the Mickey Mouse Club every day. Yeah.
it was like, when Walt died in 1966, there was kind of that lull, I feel like, that especially on television, it wasn't really present.
No. I mean, the Wonderful World of Disney, I didn't even know when that came back.
Right.
It was
Mid-80s
off for a
with
while,
Eisner.
yeah.
I think Eisner brought that back, right, for a little while. When
Yeah,
Jen was
but
little.
no. Yeah. I think that's why when I see the stormtroopers, and that gets me in
In the studios.
that's more emotional to me.
Mhm.
I think the first time I saw
Then your
them
son
marching-
looking at the castle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. mhm. No, knowing how he
I know.
would have felt
Yeah.
just to be there.
Did you
when
get
that was
verklempt at all when you had all 3 grandkids in Disney?
happening. Yeah. I'm trying
Well,
to
don't lie at this point.
Did you get verklempt the first time you saw me working with the Disney characters?
Yes.
Oh. What did you get verklempt when you saw me working in Disney?
No.
No.
You weren't in Disney. If you would have come out as Snow White, maybe, but you didn't. It wasn't a Disney kind of thing for you.
I had a name tag.
So that third party That gets you.
Third party.
Operating participant.
God,
All right. I think we can end on this note.
Yeah. Do
Wow.
you want to say anything? Do you want to wrap up? Do you want to
wanna-
talk to your fans? You have a lot of fans.
A lot
We're
of fans out there.
so
Is there
excited
anything-
that you were on this episode.
Well, I'm so happy that everyone wants to hear from me. and I accept this award for Mama Dillo Award.
Will you ever appear on the Parks and Monorail's Most Magical Hour?
Oh, geez, I got to go there too. They want me to?
Obviously.
Everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody does.
My goodness gracious. I watched the Fedora Club the other night.
Oh, you did? Did you
I
like it?
did a little bit. Yeah, I like that you have a psychiatrist on and you guys need that.
Don't tell her.
And
She's
Dr.
Is she a
Jacqueline,
psychiatrist?
featuring Dr. Jacqueline.
Is she a psychologist?
She's
No.
not. She has a PhD. She's a
Oh.
scientist, but we refer to her as our therapist.
Well, she knows
She was
you guys
good, right?
very well.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sure she's taking
Weird.
some classes.
She's like, you poor things.
Mhm.
You know, I was going to write, you guys didn't grow up with enough religion, I think. A problem. You know, I'm not afraid to die.
No, I think I grew up with too much religion. What are you talking about?
You think it was too
It was
much?
scary Catholic times.
Well,
CCD
that's
class
true.
and all that.
That's true.
They had that movie. What was that TV show called, Mom? With everyone
Oh,
was
the
gonna die.
little boy and on Sunday mornings
Maybe that I don't know.
with Gumby, after Gumby or before Gumby?
With Gumby. What was that show called? It was
Yeah, what was the
Instinct.
show
No,
called?
not Instinct. What was it called? It was
No.
It was something like that. It was
Oh, with the woman who went to the Majorca, whatever. I don't know.
No, what
What's
what
that
was
word?
it called? It was Twilight Zoney religious like
It
they
was.
did an episode that God was dead.
Insight. I think it was
Insight. That's it. I knew it was
Mhm.
Instinct. I was close.
Insight.
That show scared the crap out of me.
You're right. I forgot about that show. Uh-huh.
Living
Is this
years.
in the podcast? Are we living
The
this?
living years scared
in
the
the
crap
Living
out of
Years
me.
song. Yeah,
Oh,
right.
the Living Years song. Listen, yeah. You should have just a whole podcast of that one night.
I'm not listening to it.
Mike and the Mechanic,
Immediate
the Living
trigger.
Years. Yeah.
Immediate trigger. Why? Why is that?
Well, why did they write that?
I have memories of it coming on as a kid and like running to you to like cover my ears because it was on the radio because they played it all the time on the radio.
Something wrong with you.
Well, I mean, something.
Something.
You have to have the answers.
Hmm.
What was
Let
it?
me think. What was it? That it was just that you didn't know what was going down, what's happening downstairs, and you were upstairs listening.
That has nothing to do with being afraid of death. That's just FOMO.
When you were little.
Yeah.
Who died? No one.
I'm saying though, but I was afraid of death. I'm saying me having FOMO upstairs that you guys were playing with my Barbies has nothing to do with me being afraid of death.
So why is Frankie afraid of death?
I don't know. Why are both of us afraid of death? This is the question we're asking you.
Did I ever tell you I was afraid of death?
I don't know. Did you?
Are you afraid of death?
People want to know. Are you afraid of death?
Yes.
Oh, have you always been afraid of death?
Always.
Oh, well then probably you said something and it caught on. We got it in our brain.
No, I know. I never, when you guys know, I would never, ever, ever say that. But I just remember laying it. Never mind. I won't say that. You'll be having nightmares.
Oh my God.
But crying at night, like so frightened of it.
Why can't you never tell us this? This would be very helpful.
When was
because
this?
Obviously, we've had these experiences.
Before I can remember, like since
We can curse on the podcast.
since I was a little girl.
But why can't you tell us this as adults? Because this would explain a lot of things for us at this point. Because I have had full-on panic attacks about it.
Oh, maybe that's what I was having, huh? Panic attacks.
Yes.
I don't know where. Like I said, if a lot of people died when you were young,
Yeah.
you know, and watching us get hysterical, or
Right.
you know, what I could see you being upset about that.
Uh-huh. I mean, Dad's
no,
afraid
it's
of
been-
death too.
Well, yeah.
Well, this has been.
Well, now
pretty
you
helpful.
know.
Great. Anything else you need to tell us that probably happens to us that happened to you, but you haven't told us about?
I mean, no, that was always. I was.
Do you
always
know
afraid.
why you have a fear of death, or it's just
No, because when I was a kid, I went to everybody's wake. You know.
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
had
You
lots
just
of
talked
family.
about that. Who died? Your first grade teacher, or your
First grade
something,
teacher.
and you're like, "Oh, it didn't traumatize me." Apparently, it may have. You literally said well, a
Maybe
few
that's
weeks
what it
ago.
is.
Oh, I don't think it bothered me. Something bothered
When
me.
you were in her class, she died?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Friday she was fine and she was young, and Monday she was gone. The whole class went to the wake.
Yeah.
And the casket was open.
Because we were talking about COVID and how like some of the teachers have died and how that affects
Right.
kids. She's like, my first grade teacher died and I don't remember it affecting us at all.
But you see, it's not like
But you see, it did something.
or maybe it did something, but it's not like while I was laying there saying, "Oh, I wasn't thinking of her." It was
You know what it
me.
is? Because it gets in you and it creates the anxiety. That's what it does.
What happened?
Yes.
How much is this in the podcast? I presumed it was always.
Well, you'll have to really
some of
listen
it.
to
I think a good chunk of it is.
Good chunk
Maybe
of it,
it's a
believe it
bonus
or-
episode for Dr. Jacqueline.
Oh my God, just send this part to her.
It's nothing to do with Disney. Oh my gosh.
Well, we learned a lot here.
Yes, we did. Anything else? I mean, what else don't we know?
I don't know.
Obi-Wan Kenobi get cut down when I was 2.5. I thought that's what did it.
Oh, you thought that's what did it to you?
I figured it was Disney movies.
Well, that's true. Bambi's mom and
Don't you try to deflect this, Mom. It's because you and Dad have it both. And
I mean, that's true.
all right, we just learned a lot here.
We just did. All right, should we wrap
Mom
this
just
up
described
somehow?
my October to December trying to fall asleep at night.
How's that going? Good? Still
It's better
going?
now, but it was a rough 2 months.
you're gonna have a scotch when you leave this. Who's gonna edit all of this?
Frankie.
Me.
Oh, you poor thing.
Do you need me to so you're not traumatized? This was great.
And you might get, so many people listening on Thursday that, well, all right, guys.
Thanks.
It was nice.
Are we doing an outro too, or are we not doing
No,
an outro?
you want Mom to say deuces? What do you want?
Oh, can you say deuces?
Deuces.
Each Tuesday night, join Dillos Diz with the Monday Morning Monorail podcast for the Parks and Monorail's most magical hour. Join the live stream conversation by subscribing to our YouTube page.
All right, Jen, takeaways from, I think Mama Dillo gave some revelations there.
She did.
During the conversation, as always, you're always going to get a couple of tidbits of new information.
Always. And this is kind of just our life. Like sometimes we'll just be out to dinner and be like, wait, what? What was it?
What just happened?
When did that happen?
You
What are
stayed at the
talking about?
Contemporary?
Yeah. What? So that was interesting. I'm still trying to figure out when they stayed at the Contemporary. And, we probably should have taken a deeper dive into like why the same resort every time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just them. They don't like change. This
They
is why
don't?
we are who we are.
Correct.
So I think Polynesian, that's good. Let's do it. And we just did that until the beach club came. I mean,
There is something to be said for comfortability. They got
it's
comfortable.
okay to stay in your comfort zone, right?
It's completely okay.
Right.
I mean, I think someday we'll have to do like a follow-up episode of because we did Polynesian 3 or 4 times. Then we did like Fort Wilderness because I felt like it was, maybe, I don't know what maybe there was availability issues or just trying something, but it was like, it's close enough to the Polynesian. So it's okay.
Right.
But then when we stayed at the Grand Flow, that first summer trip we went on, I felt like that marked a definitive change that moved us into beach club land.
Yes.
Because the beach club is defined basically by, we stayed at a different resort like the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
It didn't really take.
No.
And then the studio's opening was a big factor in all of that.
And you could walk to Epcot, so it was very convenient. And it was like we were growing up. So we're moving away from the monorail line and over there. I'm still not over the beginning of the episode. So I still haven't found proper words.
Gotcha, good for your birthday, but now your birthday over.
Oh, right.
Last one of the 30s has arrived. So next week we will be back with a new episode, maybe a guest. I don't know what we have planned for February. Lots of things on the table.
How's it February? What?
It's already. Might as well say it's 2022. Everyone, just wrap it up.
Don't want to jinx it. We don't need another long year.
Until that time, she's Jen and I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
Deuces.
Theme Park Thursday with Dillos Diz featuring Frank Cardillo and Jen Cardillo Snyder. The theme was composed by Matt Harvey. The intro and the outro was performed by Lindsay Zarugian. The Dillos Diz fact checker is Mel Dale. You can give a like to Dillos Diz on Facebook, facebook.com/DillosDiz. You can follow Dillos Diz on Twitter, on Instagram, and on TikTok at Dillos Diz. Dillos with an S, Diz with a Z. And you can subscribe to Dillos Diz on YouTube, youtube.com/DillosDiz. That is where you will find the Parks and Monorail's most magical hour every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Dillos, the Monorail fam, together indefinitely. Plus, you can now go to DillosDizResort.com and join our membership program beginning at $1 per month. DillosDizResort.com. We'll see you real soon, and that real soon is next week for Theme Park Thursday with Dillos Diz.
Wow, I've only got like 20 to 30 seconds to record this for Jen's birthday. What can I say that really hasn't already been said by so many people? I mean, there's so many things that I could say that I probably shouldn't say. But in order to fully, say what I want to say, you know what? I'm just going to say it. Jen is... Oh, out of time.
The Improviser's Guide Network 2021.